Today we have got an exciting topic to dive into, guys. It is how you can earn interest on your USDT holdings despite the direction of the market using, yes, the OKX Exchange. In this, I'm going to cover the basics of how the process works, benefits, risks, and of course how you can start earning interest with the Shark Fin feature on the OKX Exchange. So if you are ready to put your USD to work and watch your portfolio grow whilst you sleep, ensure to stick around for this video. Thank you for joining me once again, guys. Your support is always appreciated. If you haven't already, go ahead, support the channel, hit that like, subscribe, tick that notification bell. Now, we're talking about the Shark Fin feature on the OKX Exchange. And the question is, what is the first step? Well, you will require an OKX account. To do so, if you currently sign up with my link below, you can earn up to $60,000 in USDT of rewards for contract vouchers. Of course, the terms and conditions are always there, and that requires you to deposit a certain amount and be making trades on their exchange. Once you have your OKX account, it is quite simple to find the Shark Fin feature. Up on the dashboard, you can see these tabs grow. If you are to hit a simple earn, you are going to be produced with the simple earn feature, which I'm going to do an exclusive video on shortly. However, when you are here, if you jump onto structured products, scroll all the way down to Shark Fin. So now that you've navigated to the Shark Fin feature, what is Shark Fin? If you do need any further information on Shark Fin, they do have a neat little video here. Frequently asked questions, sources of interest, and also if you scroll down, it's going to give you scenarios based on the calculations of the annual percentage return as well. To put it simply, basically you are locking up for a period of time the amount of USDT of your choice, your capital, for a certain period of time, either in this case 7 or 3 days, and depending on whether or not you are bullish with the Bitcoin or Ethereum price, or you're bearish with the Bitcoin or Ethereum price, will depend upon the amount of annual percentage return that you receive from OKX. Now, the question is, well, what if I am to be bullish on Bitcoin and the Bitcoin price is going to move to the lower side? Well, we are going to explore this, and it is very exclusive to the OKX Exchange that you still receive quite good annual percentage returns based on the market moving against your desired position. Now, let's jump in and take a look. The first thing is there is a subscription period. Here I have selected 7 days, and the subscription starts in 2 days, 5 hours, 59 minutes and 28 seconds. If you are using the OKX Exchange, they have an app and it will notify you when the subscription starts for the Shark Fin feature. If I am to head over to 3 days, for instance, we can see that the subscription is still open now for another 5 hours, 59 minutes, and the total amount of USDT subscribed for this period on either or of these options of the products are at this amount here, total of 35.4%, meaning that I can easily opt in on this 3-day option. Now, to give you an example, should I be bullish on a Bitcoin or Ethereum, or I'm bearish on Bitcoin or Ethereum, there is a term of 3 days in which the settlement time will eventuate and I will be paid in my APR. Now, your next question is likely going to be, well, what kind of percentages am I likely to receive from this? Let's take example for being bullish on Bitcoin for a 3-day term, and we can see it's still open for another 5 days and 58 minutes. Excuse my watch. We are going to hit bullish on Bitcoin. Now we're getting a bit more of an illustration as to how it sort of works, and funnily enough, it does look like a bit of a shark fin. So if I'm going to be bullish on the Bitcoin price, that would mean I would hopefully have the Bitcoin price settle in the next 3 days between 29,400 and 33,800. We can see right here, if it was to close at the expiration time of 3 days, it would settle at 4% APR. On the contrary, if the price was to rise, I'm going to receive more annual percentage return or interest based on my capital I put in onto the OKX Exchange. If I am to meet the tippity top of that 33,800, I'm going to get a maximum of 10% APR on my capital that I put onto the exchange. Now here it's like, well, what if Bitcoin goes to $5,000 tomorrow? God forbid, let's hope not. You are still going to be receiving 3.5% APR based on the capital that you put down, which is unreal. Again, if it was to move even above 33,800, which would be great, guys, you are still going to receive 3.5%. So this is quite cool. It does illustrate it right here. Anything below 29,400, we can see here, is going to give you an APR of 3.5%. Now, if you are in that range, you're going to receive between 4% and 10% as illustrated here with the Shark Fin. It is going to give you the subscription time, expiration time, and the settlement time. This is how easy the Shark Fin method is. And surprisingly, you are going to be gaining APR, interest on your USDT, regardless of whether or not the market's going to move in favor of your predicament with the Shark Fin feature. All that is required, and bear in mind that you will be locking up your USDT to the exchange. Now you can simply subscribe. Now, if you were to go say bearish on Bitcoin and you think potentially we click it that in the next 3 days, the Bitcoin price could hit 24,900 or be in a range between 29,200 as it is biting at about 29,000 now, or to 24,900, you will see the exact reverse of a bullish predicament with the Bitcoin or Ethereum price, depending on what you do. Now, say we are going to see something bullish. I'm going to show you how you can go ahead and subscribe to it today. I'm going to be bullish on Bitcoin for the next 3-day period. We can see that it's going to give between 3.5 and 10% as mentioned. This is going to be the settlement time on the 18th at 12:30. This is UTC time. Let's put down, say, we can put down 100 USDT. Okay, there is an option to auto renewal. So if you want to automatically subscribe to a new 7-day product when the current term ends, you can simply select this. If you don't, you can just leave it unselected. Now, this means that in the next 3 days, should the Bitcoin price settle between 29,400 and 33,800, yes, as I mentioned, ladies and gentlemen, you could receive between 4 to 10% APR. So it's as simple as putting in the required amount of USDT that you want to put into the Shark Fin feature and hitting subscribe. Here you are going to get a neat little rundown based on the parameters of your Shark Fin agreement that you go into. If you want to read more about the Shark Fin user agreement, you can do that here. Your minimum earning of this period is going to be 3.5%, whereas your max earning could be 10%. Now, of course, this depends on the amount of capital you are going to be putting down with this feature. Now, you can do the calculations yourself, ladies and gentlemen. There is a section on how that is calculated in the frequently asked questions, which we will address shortly. So I say I have read and agreed, which I read it prior to this video, and I am subscribing. Done. It's as simple as that. You can go ahead and view your order as well. Now, let's scroll down and take a look at the frequently asked questions. Will you lose your money with Shark Fin? Here we need to address some of the cons when it comes to potentially locking up your funds on online exchanges. If we take a look here, the first risk is the USDT. Now, what USDT is a stable coin, it's Tether, it is backed to the US dollar. And yes, whilst there are depreciations in the amount or the USD value, this is going to be pegged 1-to-1 generally with the US dollar. Sometimes it will lose its peg slightly, of very lightly. However, it is a stable coin. So this is one thing to look out for as well. The next is the exchange itself. If we are to hit derivatives exchanges, the third highest exchange managing a lot of volume is the OKX Exchange. We can see that their fees are quite attractive as well. And if we are to click the OKX Exchange, you can do your research on them on CoinMarketCap. It is quite neat. If you want to learn more about the exchange, the total volume, the total assets they're managing as well, you can do that all here. They also have financial reserve data, giving you the, comfort when it comes to the transparency of what the exchange is actually managing, the kind of assets, the transactions, and so forth. So it's always worth doing your due diligence. And with the OKX Exchange, I have various videos on copy trading and other things like that. Going back to the frequently asked questions, when can you subscribe? You can subscribe to the 3-day Shark Fin products between Monday 12 UTC and Tuesday 12 UTC, and the 7-day Shark Fin products between Thursday 12 UTC and Friday as well. If you do get confused as to the time, you can click 7 and 3 and you can see when it does start. You will get an alert on your phone, and this feature is available on your smartphone as well, not a Nokia 3315. How do you subscribe? Well, I have showed you just now. How do you subscribe? Well, I've just showed you how you can go about doing that. That is your choice, but there is more information here with the FAQs. When will you receive your principal and interest? Your principal and interest will be credited to your funding account shortly after 8:30 UTC on the expiration date for both the 3-day and 7-day products as well. Can you redeem your USDT early? Say you lock up $10,000 worth of USDT, and 3.5% in a 3-day period is not too bad. However, what if, for instance, you want to use that money for, I don't know, rent? You can't withdraw or redeem that until the expiration of that 3 or 7-day period. So just bear in mind about that as well. Now, for anyone that is looking at the calculations and how potentially the earnings and the APR is calculated when it comes to the OKX Exchange, you can check all of that out right here. It's in the FAQ. So to conclude, guys, honestly, the Shark Fin feature is very unique and exclusive to the OKX Exchange. I mean, regardless of the market direction, you are still going to receive a pretty nice minimum percentage of APR, in my opinion, to a stablecoin USDT pegged to the US dollar. Of course, it's always your choice whether or not you go ahead with this, but you don't need any type of skill level. You can be an advanced trader or you can be a complete beginner. However, it allows you to earn interest on your USDT whilst you're sleeping, potentially, if you do sleep, and you can do that irrespective of your skill level. So that is it for today's video on the OKX Exchange using their Shark Fin feature. Go ahead, leave a comment below. What are your opinions with the Shark Fin feature? Have you used it? And until then, I will see you in the next video.